I'm drinking a Truly right now. Truly, if you see this, sponsor this video. But anyways, oh shit. Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Roman RLS. Today we're gonna be doing some Apex gameplay, and I'm gonna be talking today about rude people at work. So this is the reason why I don't work with customers that much, and I don't like working with customers that much, is because I always talk back. For example, this Friday I was in a pissy mood. I was at work and I delivered a water tank to some dry cleaners, and I go in, there was some, not to be racist, but there was like an Asian guy right there. Walk in, say good morning, and I wasn't feeling too good. I had a headache, and I think I had a little too much to eat the night before, and I was feeling like a little nauseous and my stomach was hurting. So I'm like, hello, good morning. Doesn't say anything back, so I'm like, fuck you then. I'm like, fuck you then, and the guy just stares at me, and I'm like, that's right, that fucking caught your attention, didn't it? Fucking asshole. I used to work at McDonald's a long time ago, damn, when I first graduated high school. This one's not that, like, I didn't really talk back, because I mean, I was still young, I was still learning how to work and shit. I was working at McDonald's. I was a cashier, and I got that job without even interviewing because my best friend's mom worked there, and she just gave me the job. She was like, okay, you're hired, you're not going into an interview. I'll bring you your uniforms to my apartment. So when they hired me, I just went to their apartment and I got the uniforms. So a guy with a very heavy accent, I don't know, it was like, I don't know if it was Russian, I don't know what kind of accent it was, but he came in and he was asking me he was ordering his stuff. I was taking his order and everything, and he was fucking rude to me. Like, I didn't really understand what he was saying. I was like, sorry, I can't understand you. Like 3 times I said that, and I was like, can we please get somebody in here that can speak English? And I was like, fuck man, you're an asshole. You need to learn how to speak English yourself. And I don't want to just talk about work stuff. I also want to talk about like not just fun stuff too, you know. For example, I have a lot of really good camping stories. I've been camping a lot with my friends, and ever since then we've been trying to keep that going. It started in high school. It started as like we were just trying to fuck around. Been camping to Death Valley, Big Sur, Zion National Park, Palomar Mountain, near San Diego. But yeah, I have some funny ass camping stories. It's probably gonna be for some other day though. Ah, shit. I just took one of them down. And honestly, like, even to my managers, I'll talk back to them. I just can't. I can't stay quiet. Sometimes I do stay quiet when they don't go too far, but when they try and take advantage and go too far, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you too, dude. Shit, I hope my old manager doesn't watch this. That's why I'm not gonna talk shit about him. Sergio, watching this, fuck you. I'm just kidding, dude. You're cool. You're cool as fuck. Alright, now switching to the camping stories. I'm just gonna go off on it right now. So, my group of friends and I, we're a fucked up group of friends, you know. We're real with each other. We'll just insult each other the whole time, and we're fucked up to each other, right? The reason and the way we joined that club that I was talking about, the outdoor club, is by a teacher, and this teacher was cool as fuck. Like, I still have my teachers. I have my teachers as friends on Instagram, Facebook, and even on Snapchat. I have my teachers because they were cool. They were cool as fuck. Like, I didn't kiss ass or anything, but they were just really cool teachers. They were young too. They were like in their 30s. And the reason we joined this club is because that chemistry teacher told us, hey, why don't you guys join this club? We go camping. It's called Outdoor Club. And my friends and I, like I said, were fucked up, so we were like, that's for pussies, that's for fucking faggots. I'm sorry for that word, but that's for fucking pussies. We don't do that shit. First it was 3 of us, and then another one of my friends joined. And that's how we would actually talk to the teacher. If you guys are asked saying, oh, you probably said that's for pussies in your head, no, we actually said that to the teacher. We were like, that's for fucking losers. That's for fucking nerds. She was like, no, you guys should give it a try. Stop being little bitches. She would call us little bitches. And we were like, okay, we'll just give it a try. And we ended up joining the club, and that's actually one of the best decisions that all of my friends and I have made in high school, because even though it's been 4 years that I graduated from high school, we've still kept that going. For example, just last year we went to Zion National Park. It was my second time there, and it was as beautiful as the first, as if it was the first time that I was going. The only difference is that the last time I went, it was snowing. It was snowing, and it was beautiful. But even though it was snowing the last time I went, this time it was actually more cold. It got to 10 degrees at night. Left some water bottles outside, and they were all frozen by the time we came out in the morning. But one thing that I do recommend that you guys do when you go camping is always take your own utensils. Take reusable plates. Take everything reusable, so you guys don't produce a lot of trash, and actually protect the environment. And fuck, I forgot to mute this guy. And you guys protect the environment too, because I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a bitch, but it's important to protect the environment around you and respect the nature and the animals around you. That's a quick tip for first-time campers, because right now that's what everybody's trying to do, just go camping. But I was doing it before it was cool. But yeah, the thing about my friends and I, we're assholes, right? We're assholes to each other, and sometimes we're assholes to even people that don't deserve it. But we don't bully. Like, we're not bullies. We're just we'll make fun of people right in front of their face, right? Like joking around, But we don't just stick to one person. If they make fun of us back, we'll take it. That's just how we are, and fuck, even now as grown as men, we haven't changed. It's kind of sad, but it's true. The guy that was our president for the club, his name was Keegan. In front of his face would be like, hey, yo, Queefin. Very immature, I know, but it was just, and we even asked him, hey, is it cool if we call you Queefin? He was like, no. We're like, okay, Queefin, thank you. That's fucked up. That's just how we are. And honestly, at first, the rest of the club didn't really like us. They didn't really like us being there, but later on we got really close, towards the end. Maybe in the last 2 trips, we were all friends. We would fuck around together and just have a good time together, First trip that we went to was to Death Valley, right? And my friend, he's an asshole. He's an asshole, so he had a hatchet, and he was cutting up wood for the group to start a fire. And it was getting late. It was pretty cold in Death Valley that night, even though it's a desert. And one of the nicest girls there, she was really, really nice, small girl, comes through, and she's like, oh my god, Jesse, it looks like it's hurting your hand. You should put on some gloves. And then my friend Jesse's like, you should shut the fuck up. That's one of the funniest stories. And then that same friend, his name's Jesse, that same friend, in that same trip, we had duties, to wash the dishes, and we would split up into teams to make, one would be the dinner crew, one would be the breakfast crew, one would be cleaning crew. And that night we were cleaning crew, And this motherfucker's over here washing dishes with a sandwich in his mouth. So he couldn't really hold the sandwich. He was like, he was eating the sandwich while washing dishes with both of his hands. I'm like, how the fuck do you even do that? That takes some serious fucking skill. One of my friends almost died in the sand. Alright, I'm going to say one more. So that same trip in Death Valley, I have a friend that has asthma, and this fucking stupid ass forgot his inhaler when we went on a hike to the sand dunes. And and after, so we get to the sand dunes, and the guy in charge of us, he is still one of my very good friends. He's in his 30s, but he's still one of my very good friends. His name's Jesse also. And he was like, alright, wait for me guys, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So what do? We don't wait for him, and we're like, the last one to the fucking sand dunes is a faggot. Yes, we were that immature. Well, we still kind of are that immature. But we just start running with our chaperone. We start running without him to the sand dunes and try to get there as fast as we can. My friend with asthma just fucking, he didn't want to be a faggot, so he runs with all of us right to the sand dunes, and we wanted to get to the biggest sand dune, and it was probably about mile and a half away. So we finally get there, and he got there with us, but on the way back he started to have an asthma attack, and this fool forgot his inhaler. I mean, if you have asthma, how the fuck are you gonna forget your inhaler, you know? The friend that has asthma, his name's Noel. So Jesse was behind us, and he was catching up. So I thought Jesse was gonna stay with Noel. No, this guy fucking leaves Noel behind, not giving a shit that Noel's over here dying, and that guy, he seriously almost died. I think I'm gonna leave this match. We're over here running back. My skinniest friend, his name's Fernando, my skinniest friend, he's running and running and running to try to get to the truck and get his inhaler. So he finally gets his inhaler, and I get there like a little bit after him, because I was like in pretty good shape back then, and I get there a little bit after him, and I gave him his inhaler because he couldn't find it, and I found it and I gave it to him. He ran back to give it to Noel, but my teacher was pissed, our chaperone was pissed. He was like, I can't fucking take you guys anywhere. And it's true, he's just like, still, we just hung out yesterday. We went to TGI, went to a scary tour around here in LA, and we're just fucking around the whole time. It was badass. It's so funny. And going back to the rude customers, just the other day, it's always at the cleaners. I don't know why or what they have up their ass at the cleaners, at the dry cleaners. I got there and they owed money to us, right? And I can't deliver the tank if they don't pay. So I went in there and I asked for payment. And this guy's over here getting mad at me. He's like, he had a very strong accent as well, and he was like, I'm not gonna fucking pay. I pay all the time with the other driver. I didn't have a problem, right? And then he's like, I'm not paying because with the other driver I didn't have a problem. I always give checks. I'm like, yes, I understand, but you know, don't get mad at me. I'm just doing my job. They sent me here. I'm not gonna deliver the tank. And he's like, you know what? Just fucking leave. Just fucking leave. I don't need you. I didn't say a word back to him. I just left. But yeah, I mean, I know I don't make the story sound that funny. Oh my god, the neighbor has a bird and it's always doing that shit. I think it does it when it's hungry. One last thing about our first trip as well. So on our first trip, oh my god, stupid bird. My friend Jesse volunteered his dad's truck to take us. It was a Suburban. And a Tahoe? I forgot what kind of truck it was, but it was one of them. Anyways, so he had a screen installed with a DVD and everything, so we could watch movies on our way. Because I mean, from where I was to Death Valley, it's like a 6-7 hour drive. And so yeah, he got it installed a day before we went on our trip. So yeah, we fucking killed the battery on that truck before we even left the parking lot where we met at. And Jesse, or the guy in charge of us, he was fucking pissed. And then like all the parents were there. I mean, as a parent, I think it's very scary to let your underage kid go to a trip that's like 300 miles away, you know? I mean, they're 300 miles away from you. And to see the truck not start, and some of the kids were going to go in there with us. And we killed the battery because he was showing it off. And what's the first movie you watched on there? Step Brothers. This house is a fucking prison. On planet bullshit. In a galaxy that sucks camel dicks. My favorite scene right there. Shark Week, brothers. I'm getting better at narrating and playing because it's a little difficult to be talking and trying to concentrate on the game at the same time. At least for me. Alright, boys, well, this is gonna be it. This concludes our episode. But alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and have a happy Halloween. I'm gonna upload a video for Halloween too, so be on the lookout for that.